the beef,
the chicken,
the New England chowder.
We're eating chunky soup just in case we need some power.
The chunkiest can from the cabinet.
Chicken, broccoli, cheese, warm it up for me, please.
Fully loaded cans packed with protein.
Hearty,
delicious,
and always nutritious.
7 days a week, we eat pretty lean.
Hold the beans in my chunky chili, please.
Check out their website
for killer recipes.
With plenty of varieties to match every variety of a person. Campbell's Chunky Soup at your local grocery store.
Chunky.
Hey, you're listening to KDPS Edge 88 Des Moines Radio. So, Alex, have you heard about the new iPad that just came out from Apple?
I actually have. Sounds like it's creating quite a controversy sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, yeah, it came out, $500. You get pretty much anything you can get with an iPhone or an iTouch. It's got like 3G on it. Have you heard anything else on it?
No, I haven't. I actually just saw on TV yesterday a person just sitting in like a lounge with this huge pad, and it's just like a giant iPod, or an iPod, iPhone. I mean, I was kind of surprised by it. Yeah,
I know, it's kind of weird. When you first see it, you're not sure if what it's going to look like or how it's going to operate. But I guess there was some disappointment that I guess it only is offered through AT&T, the internet service.
So I think that's the problem with a lot of the iPhone and everything else. I mean, I don't have an iPhone, but I think it'd sell better if you had it in other cell phone companies like US Cellular and other things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you know the price of it? I thought I heard some people talking about that it was pretty pricey, and, and the name of it they were kind of worried about too.
Right, yeah, it's $500, and you don't get a camera for it. You don't get any of the TV subscriptions that they wanted originally, but it does look cool, and I think they're going to they'll probably market it the right way so you can...
Yeah, as they have with all the other things, so they know what they're doing, but it must be the new computer.
Must be.
I mean, people are going to be turning to that. We're going to see them walking around Grandview with these all the time now.
Size of a legal pad, yeah. But there was some, I think it was supposed to be called the iTablet or something like that.
I haven't heard of that.
I think they changed it to the iPad. So
okay.
Just change one letter and an already established name and see how it turns out for them.
It'll probably go well. It's a new popular thing, it sounds like.
Absolutely. All right, you're listening to KDPS, The Edge, 88. All right, KDPS, 88, The Edge, Grandview radio station. All right, so I don't know if everybody's heard yet, but I guess some animal activists are trying to get Puxatawny Phil replaced by a robot. You heard this one yet,
Can you
Alex?
believe that? I did hear just a little bit about it yesterday.
Yeah,
couldn't believe that.
They want it changed. They thought that the animal cruelty to it was, I guess you bring what kind of animal is Puxatawny Phil?
Oh,
a groundhog. Yeah, that's what it is, man. What was I thinking? Yeah, I guess if you bring a groundhog out once a year to see its shadow or not see its shadow, I guess that would be considered animal cruelty.
To them, yes. Anything like that's considered animal cruelty, but it's been done for years.
Oh, I know. It's history. I mean, come on, there's movies made about it.
Can you actually imagine them having a robot do that?
I guess if Phil doesn't see it, we'd probably say something like "Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto."
What is this world coming to?
Man,
that is just unreal. I mean,
Robot Phil.
What are they gonna come up with next? What are we harming?
I know. No kidding.
Well, that sounds good. You're listening to 88.3 The Edge on Grandview's radio station here in Des Moines.
Hey, you're listening to KDPS Des Moines. Would you like free cash and maybe even a chance to win a trip to Florida? Ankeny Ford is giving the chance of both of those. If you come in and test drive, they will give you $10 gift certificate to Walmart in Ankeny. During the sales, customers each day will be given 100 Iowa caps to the first 100 kids there. There's going to be a special sale on all Ford minivans. Starts this Thursday and runs through Saturday. For a car you can afford, come to Ankeny Ford. Open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. during the sale. Located on 123 South Main Street, downtown Ankeny. Hey, you're listening to KDPS Des Moines, 88.1. State officials are looking to put a ban on texting while driving. Some states have already enforced a law where you cannot drive unless you're using a hands-free device to talk on your cell phone. The new driving text law will be a little difficult to enforce, but nonetheless, it will be established with a fine and even jail time if necessary. Accordingly so, I was on text from lastnight.com, found text from 330 area code. There's someone in the car behind me eating corn on the cob and talking on the phone at the same time. This is KDPS, The Edge, Des Moines. 88.1 KDPS Des Moines. Hey, you're back with Aaron. Anchorman Will Ferrell, the cinema toddler, has had his third baby this week. The baby's name, Axel Ferrell, will be joining his two older brothers. And what Will Ferrell calls his parenting advice is not to let kids play around old vacant fridges. In other news, UNI defeats Drake, ends the 5-game winning streak. The score was 67-51. Hopefully everybody's making safe travel out there. You're listening to KDPS Des Moines.
Hi, I'm Aaron Lammers with KDPS The Edge, 88.1 Des Moines, Iowa. I'm here with Wade Johnson, Jr. in nursing. Wade will be getting deployed this spring to Afghanistan. Wade, tell me a few things about some of the things you will miss when you leave.
Well, Aaron, one of the biggest things that I'm going to miss is probably my family. I just had about a 6-month-old boy now. He obviously was just born in September of 2009. That's probably one of the biggest things, but of course I can't forget that I will probably miss my wife. One of the other things is you always miss the freedoms and the joys of everyday life. I know I love to golf, so I'm not really going to be able to golf while I'm over there. Being able to go out to some fast food restaurant or some nice fancy place to go eat, you always miss that because they always have good food.
So the food is obviously probably not at the highest quality, or, I mean, it's obviously not 4-course meals, probably just 3 squares a day or something like that, and just keep it full there, I suppose.
Yeah, the food quality is definitely a lot different over there than what we get here in the U.S. I always get to myself, and I always think, what am I actually eating here when I'm trying to eat some meat, whether it's camel or something else? I'm not sure. So when I actually get back to the U.S., it's always great to just know what I'm actually having.
How much contact will you have with your family as far as webcam? Are you going to have phone services over there? How often are you able to communicate with your family?
Well, a lot of that is mission dependent. When I was over there the first time, I had a lot of contact. I could always see my family on webcam, or I could talk to them on the phone all the time. Of course, one of the greatest inventions that they always came out with was Skype. Skype, of course, everybody knows is now the online program that you're able to call a cell phone, or you can do web chat or something like that. When I was over there the first time, we always had that. We had internet straight in our rooms and everything. But as for right now, I don't know what kind of systems we're going to have over there. I don't know whether the internet's real good or what kind of phone systems we're going to have. So right now, I'm not too sure how much contact I'm actually going to have with my family back home at this time. So,
what is the temperature comparison over there? I know it's the desert. It's hot. How are you able to withstand all that heat?
One of the things about Afghanistan is that it's not all complete desert. They do have a mountainous region over there. So the variations in temperatures and stuff like that, I know in the summertime it gets up to around about 120, 130, so obviously that's a lot hotter than it gets here in Iowa. But they also do have a winter season, and according to what I've seen, the winter season is actually pretty brutal over there. They actually get more snow than what we get here in Iowa, so to me, I'll be pretty much used to the snow. But as for the extreme temperature difference and going from 70 or 80 degrees to 120, 130, you just kind of learn to cope with it, and your body starts to adjust as time goes on. So overall, I think you just get used to it. So,
what kind of delay is getting deployed going to have on your education?
Well, getting deployed obviously puts my education on hold. I actually have to stop the nursing program that I just got into. I put that on hold for a year. Of course, I've already done that, and I've now been trying to finish college now for about 7 years. So kind of behind the time and behind the swing of things when it comes to getting done with college.
So your wife's a teacher, you're still a student, and you're heading out. Do you ever suppose you will continue your career with the services? You know, I know you're a nursing major right now. When you graduate with that, are you going to continue and, you know, start moving the family around with the military, or what is your outlook for your career in the services?
The greatest part about the National Guard is that I don't actually have to move my family anywhere. We can stay anywhere in the state of Iowa as long as I, can make it to an armory somewhere. I can always travel to get to the armory no matter what. As for my career in the military, I'm not real sure what I want to do as soon as I graduate from college. I have the thought that I want to continue with my career because I've already been in for going on 7 years now, so I don't really want to end something that I had really going for me. But the military always interferes with civilian life. And with that being said, to be a nurse and be in the Army at the same time, I foresee that as being a huge difference and maybe causing some problems in the future. So as of right now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my military career.
Thank you, Wade, for joining us today. Best of luck out there in Afghanistan, and thank you for joining with us.
Thanks again, Aaron.
Listen, we need to talk.
Yeah, about what?
Well, I was cleaning out your bedroom today, and I found something underneath your mattress.
You mean you found my magazine?
You know what I mean. The one that starts with an A and is 3 letters long?
Wait. You found that magazine? It's not what it seems like.
You're right. It's not what it seems like. It's better.
What?
Who knew that reading Alt magazine would be so fulfilling?
Alt magazine is published once a year by the Grandview Honors Magazine class and is full of great stories, photography, and design. Wait, are you telling me you're starting to read my best-kept secret, Alt magazine?
Yes, that's right.
But you put it back, right?
Oh no, it's all mine now.
For more information about Alt magazine, go to www.altmagonline.com. Alt is distributed around Grandview University's campus about 2 weeks before graduation. So look around and get your own copy.
You're listening to 88.1 KDPS here in Des Moines. I'm Alex, and joining me is...
I'm Aaron.
Yeah, we are kicking things off. It's a little after 11 tonight.
Just a little bit after 11:10 almost, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So you were just pulling up some information on the upcoming Iowa State Fair, right?
Yeah, because the State Fair, to me, I know some people are not a big fan of it. I love the State Fair. Do you?
You know, I've only been once.
To the Iowa State Fair?
Iowa State Fair. I'm not originally from Iowa, so...
I know, so how long have you lived in Iowa?
This will be third year.
Third year, and you've only gone once.
Only gone once, just the first year I was here.
And tell me what you thought about it.
It was an eye-opener. You know, it was good to see. I mean, I thought it was really awesome that they did have a lot of free stuff, like concerts and a lot of venues like that.
And you're from Kansas.
Right.
Tell me what the State Fair was like down there.
I actually never went to one in Kansas either.
Really?
I was in Kansas City area, so I never really.
Okay. Was it you've heard of it then, obviously, probably.
Yeah.
Was it a big deal like it is here in Iowa? Like
No.
State Fair is stuff
No.
people...
It's the Super Bowl of Iowa.
Yeah.
That's what, and that is for us. I mean, for Iowa, I guess.
So are you going to go back to the State Fair?
I might go again this year. I know there's a lot of great.
Well, food. I hope that's what you're going to say. 'Cause
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about.
What was it last year? They had the butter sculpture of Michael Jackson.
Yeah. They've had a butter sculpture for many years. And different things every year. Sean Johnson a couple years ago. And so pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah. What was your favorite food?
I had turkey leg.
You did. And what'd you think?
Turkey leg was good. Turkey leg was
on
good.
a stick?
Yeah, it was. No, I don't know what it was. Just a turkey leg.
Hey, did you have anything on a stick?
Yeah, you can have everything on a stick.
Did you have any?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite thing?
I don't know. The corn dog, of course. That's what Iowa State Fair is known for, I think. The corn dog.
Yeah.
So, the lineup came out last week. So, first night, it's Mercy Me and Newsboys, some Christian bands. Then we have the next night, Keith Urban with Chris Allen from American Idol.
And that's on August 13th?
That's August 13th. The 14th is Shine Down with special guest Chevelle.
That's going to be sweet.
That's kind of surprising. I mean, there are quite a few on here that I was kind of surprised about.
Jeff Dunham, though. I know you say you never heard of him.
I hadn't.
Hilarious. I mean, I've never been into the whole puppet thing. Puppet comedian.
Yeah.
Ventriloquist or whatever it
Yep.
is. He's actually got a hilarious skit.
I'm going to have to go. You said YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube it. I know he had a couple things going on Comedy Central.
Nice.
But it's usually the first time you watch it, it's really funny. Just like anything.
Uh-huh. Yep,
But-
that'll be good then. It'll be interesting how they do that at the grandstand, though. I mean, with a ton of people around, maybe they have TV screens or something, or...
They're going to have to make it bigger or something. We need
Yeah.
a bigger outdoor venue, I think, for
definitely.
for the 2 months of summer we have of nice weather.
Exactly.
We need something that we can do that stuff.
right.
But
Well, we'll go through it quick. The Deary Brothers Summer Series is on August 16th, like usual, and 17th is Pat Benatar with REO Speedwagon, another pretty good
Yeah.
one. Then we have the Grand Outlaw National Tractor and Truck Pull the 18th. The 19th is Darius Rucker with special guest Candy Coburn. August 20th is Boys Like Girls. The 21st is Demolition Derby. Also the 21st is Sugarland and Little Big Town. And the 22nd, Sheryl Crow and Kobe Calais.
those are some big names in there.
Kind of surprising. I was impressed with this year's lineup.
It's going to be a big hit.
Yeah. Can't wait for State Fair. We're just like counting down. Feels like State Fair weather out there.
Counting down. Just like we are now. Up next, we've got Jesus Stole My Girlfriend. Listen to KDPS 88.1, The Edge. Hey, what's going on? You're listening to 88.1 KDPS Des Moines. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Alex. We're taking you through tonight. Hope everybody's having a good night. And it's been a wonderful weather. Everywhere you go, people are smiling. Don't you love that?
I think it's great.
You can just tell after the winter we had, everybody is just in a much better mood the past few days.
I've noticed a lot of people are that way now.
And I'm hoping we're not in for a rude awakening, getting 70s and even 80s by Thursday this early in the season, because we could, there is that chance we might have a snowstorm in April.
Yeah, actually last year, the first week in April, we had 2 inches of snow.
Did we?
Yep.
Wow. So, I mean, we're not even to April yet on Thursdays. The first day of April, so there's a chance.
There's always a chance. It's Iowa.
I know I cracked out the shorts today and didn't do the flip-flops just yet.
No, holding
I'm
off.
thinking
holding on.
by Thursday for sure.
Yeah.
I'll have the flip-flops out.
The only downside with flip-flops right now is that all that gravel they put down.
Yeah.
That's
exactly
during the winter.
why I didn't take it.
You flip it up and whatnot, and
Yep.
it gets caught. I just hate that.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
drives
a
you
big fan
drives
of
you
that.
crazy.
Yep. Yeah, so 70s and 80s, I couldn't believe it. And I'd heard the meteorologist say last week, they were saying, oh, this week we'll have in the 70s. They didn't want to get too far. They were saying upper 60s, and now we're all the way up to 80 on Thursday.
Brings a hot summer.
Yeah, and you've been golfing?
I went golfing today. Yeah, it was
Nice.
great. I went up here in Ankeny, and
This isn't your first time, though, is it?
no, this is third or fourth time I've been out this season here in town. So it's definitely been
Pretty nice. Course
Yeah, it was.
is nice.
The course conditions not too bad. It's gonna be nice once the trees all grow in, and
Yeah.
the only downside is that everybody is out right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
everywhere
everybody
you
has
go
that
is just
fever.
you just gotta wait.
Yeah.
Just a waiting game. So
They're pretty nice, grass and everything, green.
yeah,
and,
grass is green. That's I was really impressed with that. So
Mhm.
it was really
Good.
nice, really nice.
And
So,
how'd
yeah.
you play?
Terrible. I got some rust. I got some rust on the game.
Well, we all have that. We start off in the spring, but...
Yeah, sorry to the 3 people I hit today too. I feel terrible about that.
I have been hit by a ball once.
Have you?
In the leg.
Were you
Yeah.
out golfing today?
I wasn't out golfing today. I'm gonna.
All right, I was
go-
gonna say,
hopefully
sorry.
Friday. I'm hoping to get out and go golfing.
Good man.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, and get out and wash your cars, everything.
Oh yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Can't crack the windows open. Spring cleaning time too now.
Yeah, I
so.
know, and even looking towards next week, seeing the forecast, back in the 60s and
I'll take
low
it.
60s. I'll take it, but it still makes you think, oh man, that's gonna be chilly. Although that's nice compared to the wind chills we had this winter.
Yeah.
Walking to class some of those days, and we don't have that big of a campus, but still, from your car to the door, it's far enough.
It can be a big hustle when
Yeah.
it's cold.
That is true. Yep.
All right. Well, up next we've got Rihanna with Russian Roulette.
You're listening to 88.1 KDPS here in Des Moines. Stay with us. You're listening to 88.1 KDPS here in Des Moines. I'm Alex, and joining me is...
Aaron, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. It is 11:37. We're still kicking.
We're still going.
We got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's okay. You know, back in, I know I was telling you about this earlier, back in 2007 when the iPhone was introduced to the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was hyped up. It was everything.
Yeah, it was.
And, you know, a couple weeks ago, or actually it was last week, you and I were talking about the iPad coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know,
big thing.
Yeah, big hype
Huge.
about that. You know, the $500 computer board. Funny, you know, the thing is the company Apple does not let their employees see the product before it even sells. I got this
you were
article.
telling me that a second ago.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
just amazes me.
Isn't that crazy? Like they won't know anything about it.
That's what we're talking about. How do you sell a product
that you don't
the day
know?
that it comes out? You have no clue your selling tactics, anything. I mean,
You have no idea.
you have to study that product pretty quick, and like you said, if something went wrong, what do you do?
Exactly.
How do you help them?
And I know a lot of the techs and everything were curious about it because of you know, what if something breaks or any, you know, and you and I were talking, you know, software does have a glitch in it, and
Yeah.
you know, someone needs it serviced or whatever. They might not know exactly what's going on, but yeah, they don't let anybody in any outfit or outlet see them until the day of they're selling them.
I mean, I understand it's like a big surprise and I hype it up. So I agree with him on that stand, but then I look at it, it's kind of.
Who do you want to hype up, you know, and who do you want to
Exactly.
make, you know, the anticipation part
Yeah.
the hardest on, but
Yeah, I wondered, and you said they don't come out for. When did they come out?
they're supposed to come out this April.
Okay. Because when we had talked about it, I was like, oh, you know, and then I looked for people. I haven't seen anybody around have them. Well, that's why
Right.
they aren't coming out. So.
Yeah, no, I've been kind of browsing, you know, I'll keep my eye open when I'm, you know, walking by the Apple store or something. It's
The
like,
iPhone is catching on everywhere, so.
Yeah, no, you and I were talking about that. They're trying to make one compatible with the Verizon Wireless. So I also saw that on.
And I'd heard that forever, but I didn't know that was.
Yeah, this summer. This summer is supposed to debut. So look for that, I
think
guess.
that'll be a big hit.
Yeah, it'll be a really big hit. You know, but this hit with the iPad, you know, the analysts are estimating anywhere from 850,000 to 1.2 million units sold from April until June.
Really? What were those numbers again?
850,000 to 1.2 million units.
Wow.
That adds up to $425 million. And on the top end, $600 million for the April through June quarter.
Wow.
Hope they can get them in.
Talking about money there.
That is money in the bank right there. That is insane money.
They're still expecting that. I guess they can go ahead and not tell.
They can bail out. They can bail us out.
Yeah, that's
they
right.
They could.
You ready to go work for them?
Planet Apple.
That's right.
Well, all right. Coming up next here, we've got Lil Wayne on Fire. Listen to KDPS 88.1 Des Moines. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Alex.
Thanks for listening.
So listen to 88.1 The Edge, KDPS, and I'm Alex.
I'm Animal House Aaron. I just changed my name.
I was waiting for that. It's about midnight.
Just about. Almost to Wednesday here.
That's right.
Coming around the edge.
Mm-hmm. Another nice day.
Ready to hit the bed.
I'm feeling that way too.
You know, and in our little fast fact for you here, Alex, a snail can sleep for almost 3 years. Do you know that?
No, I did not. I don't know much about snails.
Just their pace in general is just all set down to a slow
3 years.
3 years. Isn't that crazy?
I need to sign up for one of those naps.
It's crazy.
That sounds
Absolutely
awesome.
crazy. Okay,
what
well.
other facts do you have? Yeah, you have more?
Let's see here. The average human eats 8 spiders in their lifetime at night. Dig
Say
into
what
that.
Size?
I don't know. It depends on what kind of entrees they come in, I guess.
Let's not think about that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, thanks for listening with us tonight.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
I'm going to get you set back up here on our shuffle station here. And
thanks for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful, warm Wednesday.
Yeah, have a great Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Grandview students, enjoy your 3-day weekend. Should be a great time.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
I am too.
I have all 8 a.m. classes, so I'm going to enjoy sleeping in.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got to sleep in for a long time, so definitely looking forward to that.
All right, well, you're listening to KDPS 88.1 The Edge, Des Moines.